Alright guys, I guess Twitch was just waiting for me to drop my last video before letting everything hit the fan. If you haven't seen my original video on the Masterchef Meta, I'll add a little link on screen now, but since I uploaded that, things have gone just a little bit crazy here. Today, we're going to talk about Pokimane getting banned, Hassan getting a copyright notice for streaming Masterchef, also djWHEAT responding to xQc. Firstly, like I'd predicted, we had our first big casualty from the Twitch side with Pokimane getting a 2-day ban for streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender live on Twitch. First, she tweeted, "The Fire Nation attacked," followed by confirmed 48-hour suspension. See you guys Monday morning for a 12-hour comeback stream, smiling face with sunglasses emoji, which I realized does not give the most detail about what actually happened here. However, basically, she was streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender, got taken down and handed a 2-day ban, which really does bring up two real questions. The first being, why did she only get a 2-day ban? Like, I'm not advocating for her to get more of a ban, but it really seems to me that the super top secret Twitch meta is to do something bad, but not bad enough to get a long-term ban. You want to get a short ban, take a weekend off, and then show back up on Monday with a stream that has more viewers than average. Since return streams typically get huge numbers, it actually seems like it's a better short-term strategy to get banned. Which, I mean, I'm not sure that it's something that the Twitch people can actually fix or change, since it's really the viewers making the streams get more numbers after a brief ban. But to a major copyright holder, they might look at a 2-day ban, which realistically helps the person who was banned for violating their content, and not be very happy with that punishment. If it happens too often, then copyright holders can and probably will end up suing the platform. Now, again, I'm not a lawyer, but from my understanding of the law and past cases, if a website isn't taking a good faith effort to remove and disincentivize illegally copyrighted material from being shared or uploaded on their site, then they're opening themselves up to lose their legal protection as a platform. We've seen this before on torrent sites, movie streaming sites, you know, illegal movie streaming sites, etc. Basically, if you claim to be a platform and have the protections of a platform, you need to make good faith efforts to remove copyrighted material and disincentivize its use on your site. Now, I'm not going to name names, but I've heard a little bit of a rumor about Twitch staff sitting in the streams of people who are streaming copyrighted material and not taking any action. It just kind of seems like they're watching, which is insane if that rumor is true. Absolutely insane. And I'm not saying that that happened in Pokimane's case, but it is a big rumor that Twitch admins, the people who actually work at Twitch, are watching these streams, which if a copyright holder saw that, it would not be good. Now, I should point out, I'm not advocating for Pokimane to get a longer ban. Twitch has a 3-strike DMCA policy, so basically you can have 3 DMCA strikes before they permaban your account, and this is a first-time ban, so I don't really think that it needs to be longer, but I really don't know if short-term bans will be good for the platform in the long run, because I don't know if the copyright holders will see it as a solution, right? I think they might see it as, you know, a slap on the wrist, so I think Twitch may end up changing that at some point. Secondly, talking about Pokimane, why would anybody on God's green earth think that streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender on Twitch was okay? Whatever manager told her that it was a good idea needs to be named and shamed and probably fired. I don't really think that it's up for debate as to whether or not streaming copyrighted material without consent is a good idea, because it's clearly not. I mean, she got taken down and banned for it. I've seen people argue that it should be fine because people don't own the rights to the games they stream on Twitch, and that's considered okay. So why wouldn't this be okay? Why can't you just watch full streams of movies and TV shows on Twitch? Well, basically, different industries have different industry norms when it comes to copyright enforcement. And even within industries, these norms can be drastically different from company to company. For instance, in the video games industry, video games companies tend to see it as a net positive to have people play their games on Twitch and on YouTube, with some games going as far as to encourage streaming and making videos within their official materials. So as a whole, the game industry lets people do what they want because they know it's basically free advertising, and also that if they were to take action, if they were to copy strike video game YouTubers or streamers, the community backlash would be immense. And the community who are watching the streams and YouTube channels, those are the people who might buy the game. That's their customer base. So they really cannot afford to piss off their customer base, essentially. So they allow it to go on. Moreover, a lot of the stuff that people use video games for on websites like Twitch and YouTube would fall under transformative content, since the creators using it to create their own artistic work. Maybe they're adding in a personality to Let's Play. Maybe it's just their play style. They're doing speed runs or something. There's a lot of things that can classify something as fair use. Again, it's not super great because if a company wants to strike you, they can, and you would have to prove in court that it is fair use. I'm just saying that it's a much more viable option to say that it's fair use when you're playing a video game as opposed to a movie. Now, TV companies and movie companies do not think the same way as games companies. TV and movie companies have no benefit to allowing you to watch their stuff on stream or on YouTube. In fact, it's a detriment to them, because if you've seen it on there, you're not going to go and watch it somewhere else, unlike a video game. TV and movie companies have huge legal teams, and they really don't like it when people are using their content somewhere, and they will use those huge legal teams to legally destroy someone. I'm telling you, it seems like they get a personal high out of destroying somebody legally. They want to destroy you legally if you're doing something that they don't like. So watching Avatar, a cartoon which is owned by Nickelodeon, which as a company is owned by Viacom. Viacom being the company that literally sued YouTube almost to the point where YouTube had to stop existing a a while back. They are literally the end boss of the copyright game, and that's a risk that somebody should have warned Pokimane about, or maybe she should have even thought about it herself. That's a huge risk that she should have never taken, and honestly, she's lucky that she's getting away with just a DMCA strike, as opposed to being sued directly. Some streamers, you know, are getting away with watching Japanese anime on stream, and I think maybe that's why Pokimane thought that Avatar would be okay, but Avatar is not a Japanese anime, it's an American cartoon, made known by eventually Viacom, so it's very different, because with a Japanese show, it's a company on the other side of the world that doesn't speak your language, and probably, honestly, a lot of Japanese businessmen, they're not looking at Twitch, so I don't think it's as big of a risk. I don't think that it's good for you to do it, because they could find out. I mean, Nintendo, as a company, a Japanese company, for an example, for a long time was notorious for not letting anybody upload any footage of any Nintendo game onto YouTube without going through them first. So once the Japanese companies find out about it, they're gonna put a stop to it. But there's a big difference between pissing off somebody on the other side of the world and pissing off Viacom, a media giant that could bury you if they really wanted to. I genuinely think Pokimane should thank her lucky stars that she's getting away with just a 2-day ban and not a lawsuit, because Viacom is, well, they're Viacom, you know? Anyway, well, that's simmering in your mind. Let's take a break while I remind you to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot to me since I'm a small but growing creator. Anyway, let's jump into talking about xQc for a minute. Now, I know it's possible that you're sitting there thinking, this dude is such a 5-head take. Nobody could possibly agree with this stuff. Well, if you are thinking that, ow, that hurts, guys. But I'm telling you, I'm not the only one that's thinking this way. Twitch staff, top Twitch staff, are thinking the exact same way as me. Allow me to read you a series of tweets put out by djWHEAT, who is the current head of Twitch Community Productions, talking about xQc. Lots of people are getting on xQc for continuing to stream content he doesn't own, but maybe it's time to start pointing out just how worthless his own management team must be to let it happen. Who is actually looking out for these creators' careers? Man shrugging emoji. Followed by, even if his management was just wanting to make money off of him, you think they would see this as putting that at risk. So if they don't care and they aren't even greedy, what in the hell are they? What are they actually doing for him and for other creators? Followed by, a real management team would be putting a stop to anything that could jeopardize their client's career and ability to make money. Anything less and you are under bad management. So clearly top Twitch staff are not fans of this current meta and don't think that it's a great idea to stream copyrighted material you don't have the rights to. I mean, from what I can tell, the subtext of that tweet is that illegally streaming copyrighted material without consent is such a bad idea that the head of Twitch's community productions team thinks that it's not only not in the creator's best interest, but it appears to be a negligent action by the streamer's managers to allow them to continue doing this. Since the managers can't benefit from this in any way long term, if xQc gets banned, they lose their jobs. So it's either negligence, ignorance, or malice that's leading them to let him stream this kind of stuff. I mean, it is possible that the ignorance and negligence and malice is on xQc's part as well, and his managers are telling him to stop, but he's just refusing to listen to them. I don't know, but somebody is being negligent or have actual malice. I don't know. Somebody's trying to get xQc banned, I think, and I think that's what also djWHEAT is saying. He's thinking the same thing as me, that xQc is putting his brand at risk for absolutely no reason. He's basically baiting a ban, and I don't understand why nobody on his team has actually thought about this, because it's not going to go well in the long term. And then finally, it might actually be going bad in the short term as well, since Hassan Abi, a streamer well known for his controversies, recently being banned after using racial slurs in a live stream, tweeted out, "The Masterchef meta is over," with an image of a copyright takedown notice he received after watching MasterChef on stream from Fox Network, claiming his content for the use of MasterChef, proving what we already knew. It's not okay to stream copyrighted material that you don't have the rights to on Twitch, or really anywhere else for that matter. Which is a little bit ironic, considering the amount of people who were saying that it was okay to stream MasterChef because Gordon Ramsay was aware of it and aware of Twitch and was joking around, changing his Twitter bio and everything. It really appears that people didn't think that maybe Gordon Ramsay isn't the one who owns the rights to MasterChef. I mean, come on guys. Not to mention, Hassan's ban was double ironic, considering his tweet earlier the same day, which reads, "Everything is fair use if the copyright holder doesn't care about pursuing a DMCA claim. Be smart, don't watch entire movies, Viacom, Disney shit, or new eps, and stop snitching. Smiling face with smiling eyes, emoji," which is just a bad take in general, but I guess he found out the hard way that Fox Network is willing to pursue a copyright claim on Twitch. And that's basically what's happened since I made my last video. Things are moving quick, and there might be some more stuff happening between when I record this and when you see it. If that's the case, I'll post a video later this week. I'm planning on making a video responding to some of the comments on my last video and this one, and you know, just copyright stuff in general. So if you want to be in a video, leave a comment with a question or a take on this topic down below, and I might grab yours and put it in the next video. On the topic of the last video, I just want to say a huge thank you. That video absolutely blew up, and I can't be grateful enough, so thank you guys for watching. I'm really glad that you like my videos, and it really does help me as a small but growing channel. So I guess now's the best time to remind you to like and subscribe if you haven't already. MattyO out, have a good day, and God bless you.